There are 1.2 billion people in India. It's the world's second most populous nation with the sixth largest economy and growing. And it's also a country rich in cultural diversity.
About how many languages are spoken in India?
There are 21 official languages and 600 dialects.
And gold translates in all those places?
There are 21 ways of speaking gold.
Ajay Mitra is the World Gold Council's managing director for India and the Middle East. He understands India's obsession with gold both economically and emotionally.
For most Americans, gold is nice, but it isn't a necessity for most Americans. But for people here, gold is a necessity.
Gold is a part of life. You can't not have a family which doesn't own gold. It is an incomplete family. In India, gold is considered honorable, and the more you possess, the higher you are up on the social ladder.
Reverence for gold touches everyone, from the very old to the very young. From the high-end stores in major cities to the gold-plated jewelry shops in the poorest villages. Gold's value comes from its rarity, and it's the most malleable metal on Earth, making it ideal for jewelry and coins. Everywhere we went, people told us Indians love buying gold and hate selling it. Wedding planners Divya Chauhan and Vithika Agrawal say it's especially true for a bride and her jewelry.
They would never touch gold because that's like, it's
giving a piece of you away.
Yeah.
How do you give away something or sell something that was passed on by your grandmother?
And
for
family
example, what I'm wearing was something my parents took me to the store when I was 15 and said, okay, buy something you like. And I'm like, for what? Because at 15, I'm not interested in gold. I'm like, give me the money, I'll go do something else. Yeah. But they're like, no, for your wedding. I'm like, I'm only 15, don't talk to me about wedding. But they said, you have to get married one day. So, I mean, it's impossible for me to imagine that one day I might have to sell it. But at the same time, I know it's there in case I need it.
What is this area?
This is the Zaveri Bazaar. It's one of the oldest gold markets in India.
Zaveri Bazaar in Mumbai has been the hub of India's gold trade for the past 150 years. We walk through it with Gargi Shah, a precious metals analyst with GFMS. It's the London-based publisher of the annual Gold Survey, considered the industry's Bible on bullion.
Where does India rank in the world stage as it relates to gold?
Today's India's position is at #1, both in consumption of jewelry as well as physical bars and coins.
In recent years, India's demand for gold accounted for 32% of the world's gold market. That's 4 times the demand in all of North America. Almost all of India's gold is imported. Indian mines produce less than 1% of the world's supply. The rising price of gold over the past decade sent Indians rushing to buy more before prices went even higher.
Most Indians believe that the value of gold will keep increasing.
Indeed. And that
But the reality is it can't, right? At some point it will slow down, it will stop, it will, God forbid, lose some value, yes?
Try explaining that to an Indian. It's impossible to tell an Indian consumer that the gold prices will fall tomorrow because there is such a strong belief, and this belief has been backed by its own performance.
You're dealing with tradition, you're dealing with culture, you're dealing with history. And you have to also understand that unlike diamonds and platinum, which are much more expensive than gold, gold is considered sacred here.